So what do you do when you've been bit by an experience that causes an infection that slowly begins to spread through different aspects of your life? An infection that you may not necessarily recognize, that caused a deep wound, a really deep wound that affects not only how you see yourself, but the relationships that you come in contact. My name is Amelia Gillis, and this is my story of healing an emotional wound caused by molestation. I was 8 years old when I was molested. And at that age, you don't really understand what's happening to you. You really don't know the effects of it until you're older. I can remember him telling me that I should keep it a secret. And how do you not know that something of that matter should not have been kept a secret? I kept it a secret for 20 plus years because for me it was easier to bury it, to stitch the wound together as though it never happened. I didn't want to believe that it happened to me until I realized that the wound itself was causing a lot of spillage in my life. It was almost like the wound was opening itself up and I couldn't stop the bleeding. The wound wasn't closed, and although I thought that it was closed, it was affecting my relationships. It was affecting how I saw myself. I only saw myself through shame and pain and rage. I was just so angry for so long. I couldn't trust people. My safety was taken away. Anytime I felt as though I wasn't safe, I attempted to somehow figure out how to regain safety and control. I just wanted to feel as though I had a sense of control again. And so I had to fight to realize that although this situation, this wound that wasn't my fault, it was my responsibility to heal. You know, it's funny that this situation, it was not only affecting my relationship with myself and others, it was really affecting my relationship with God and my faith. And for so long, I was praying and nothing was happening. I wasn't regulating my emotions correctly. I wasn't responding. I was pushing people away. I wasn't accepting love. I wasn't believing in myself, and I really doubted that I was here for a purpose. But eventually, when I really took the time to settle myself, and I said, God, one day when I got to a breaking point, I said, if I'm really designed to be here, I need you to show me what's really going on with me so that I can push through and realize and discover what I was designed to be here. So I started to pray, and it was not just prayer that brought me through, but it was eventually, I heard a voice say, you need support. It wasn't that I could do this on my own. So I took the step to go to therapy. And it was during those moments that I realized that I had carried this wound for so long that I developed these thoughts and patterns about myself and other people that was unhealthy. And it was a hard road to take, but I remember that if I just remembered to take one step forward and continue to take another step, that I can get through it. It was painful to relive the experience itself. But it was through the support of my therapist and some other women who encouraged me to keep fighting to really understand and discover that this wound itself that I attempted to close needed something deeper. And as long as I continue to press and to fight, that this wound eventually would heal itself the proper and healthy way. So I had to go to therapy. I had to be honest about what I was carrying. I had to be honest that I was angry. I had to be honest that I couldn't forgive. And I had to have the courage to forgive the man who molested me. I had to have the courage to fight beyond what I had set for myself, the patterns I had set for myself, what I thought was safety. I had to redefine what safety was. I had to redefine what trust was. So I went to therapy, and it was hard, but it was what I needed in order to realize what my purpose was. The funny thing is, God uses our stories so that we can encourage somebody else. And so I'm a licensed mental health counselor. And so my purpose is to encourage others that they too can get through their situation, that they too can heal their wounds. My name is Amelia Gillis. I'm 31 years old, and this is my perspective.